pixels over here. Did she?
Queen. Me. Philly shit. Sexy shit. Let's go. Here she come. I'm sitting pretty, getting it. Queen ain't about her dividends. Straight to the point, I hate a bitch. Ain't on me cause I'm winning. Young shit, step your brain up. Stop sucking dick, step your brain up. Closed mouths don't get fed, but if you close your lips, you're more dangerous. Paper chasing full speed ahead. Yeah, I'm hungry, I eat the bread. Hating on me, what the problem is. I love a challenge, I solve it quick. This what a queen should feel like. Down the queendom, real tight. Play no games, I won't say no names, but the niggas know you little name.
Yeah. Oh, that was the second one I had to, you know what I'm saying? No, you good, Philly. That was how he's supposed to do it. Sometimes you gotta take them back, you know, rewind, select on them, give them the yeah. Y'all already know. Y'all already know what today is. If you want to give me a record deal, I'm ready right now. Today is crystal clear. You already know I'm in the building. You already know. I got a compadre that's rocking with me. That's you hold me down as a co-host. So whenever she's ready to come in, you're gonna always see my girl Queen Quita is in the building.
Thanks, Queen, for having me.
First of all, last week we talked a lot of shit. We talked a lot of girl chat with the crystal chit chat. What we call it, the crystal clear chat. We did a lot of crystal clear chatting last week. We talked about our experience at Sesame Place with, with that, what happened, we ain't got to get in all that. We talked about relationships. We talked about sexual energy in relationships. We talked about financial energy. We talked about just jumping off the ship or abandoning the ship if the ship is not sailing the way you want the ship to sail. So we talked about a lot of things last week, and we kind of want to piggyback off last week with some more interesting details about relationships. Now, before we get into all of that, you already know I cannot go on with the show without shouting out all of my Black businesses. So you already know me. I'm going to start it off with A Radio. Shout out to Philly for keeping the doors open for me. PS Inc. is the support center for the LGBTQ community, plus everyone else. It's not just about one set of people. It's about all people just coming together and respecting people's choices. I want to give a shout out to Hope for Tomorrow Village, building bridges to restore hope. Kimmy, I love you. Shout out to her. She has a clothing company, cleaning company. She's doing it big. Shout out to my girl Christine in North Carolina, the Nellery LLC in High Point, North Carolina. Shout out to you, boo. I love you. So proud of you doing amazing things. Shout out to amazing human beings. That's Amira Hasnia. I love you, sister. Cheney sister. Shout out to Redemption Clothing Line, South Philly. B&B Studio. That's my guy, Big. Shout out to Cash Buds. That's my babies. That's his LLC. You already know Cash Buds. Shout out to Super Sound Studio, Crystal Clear Thinkers. Where y'all at? Hey. Shout out to Hazel Hangers, Megatron. They are in the building. Shout out to the First Lady of Megatron right here. That's Queet. Hey. Shout out to the Bobby Holiday Experience. Shout out to Chick with the Juice, Paulie Baby, Fly Girl Friday. Shout out to Glockware Studios. Shout out to Trendsetters Ali. I'm so proud of you for holding it down and opening up your second bar. Shout out to you. A happy belated birthday. Shout out to Drink Champs. Nori, I love you. I want to come on the show, please. Please have a crystal clear thought corner on your show. Let me come on there. Me and Queet, we will hold it down. $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Wallow and Gilly the Kid. Mirrors on the Wall. Smoke Easy. Hookah Lounge. Cruiser Icon. Wild Boy Entertainment. Urban Expressions. My girl Shelly Shell. Leaders and Legends in Southwest Philly. Dance Academy. I used to work there. Tiffany and James Hill holding it down, Southwest Philly. Shout out to all my Alpha Angels. Kiku to the ladies of Black and Gold. And then I'm going to go ahead and take it back to last but not least, Delgado's. What's up, Delgado? Shout out to my girl Rita. Quita to move me the hell over. She done split me out. I didn't know where I was going. Shout out to everybody. If I didn't get to name you, make sure you send me your information so that I can, shout you out here on the show. I love y'all so much for sticking and staying tuned. Come on, slide over some book. Sticking and staying tuned and really being a part of Crystal Clear Thoughts, because the show is not about us being the show is not about us being perfect. The show is about us having crystal clear thoughts on moments that's going on in the world, on things that really have to do with us and our communities, and we really need to be able to talk about it. So this is why we're here today. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Hey, all y'all deserve it. Kudos.
Yes, Queet. So shout out to my girl Queen. Last week we talked a lot about situations that was going on in the world or whatever with relationships and stuff. But we kind of want to bring it to a point where it's a lot of domestic violence going on in relationships. And we're not just talking about women, we're talking about men and women. There's a lot of domestic violence going on in relationships. And I had looked up some information before I came on the show just to see what the numbers were. And what I found out, statistics shows that 1 in 4 men or 1 in 3 women experience some form of domestic violence. And then it also, and this is projectsanctuary.org, they also say that 20 people per minute are victims of physical violence by someone they're intimate with. So that is saying that people are playing with fire in these relationships. If you're not with somebody solely because you're in love and you have these great feelings, if you feel like you need to harm a person, then that's not love. No. That's some other shit. And you need to deal with it. And you can't deal with it by dealing with the person. You got to deal with yourself.
Right.
It's sad to know that women and men are going through these volatile phases amongst each other, you know. And I'm going to start off with myself. I was in a violent relationship. Now, the other side might say that wasn't a violent relationship. No, violence is violence. If anytime a person is not giving you any feedback and ignoring you, and you decide to chest bump them and go to war with them because of their demeanor, that's fucking abuse. If you think that you can play with somebody's mind and manipulate them into doing things you want them to do because you feel like you have an upper hand, you might have more money or more material bullshit, that's fucking mental abuse. So therefore, if you're not willing to deal with your own little narcissistic ways, and this is men and women, you need to not be in a relationship. Right. You need to not try to give somebody the affection that you don't have for your fucking self. Period. That's a crystal clear thought. If you can't love you, stop trying to love everybody else because you wind up hurting them. And when you're hurting them, you don't even know the people that you leave behind, because people are dying from domestic violence. Now, Queen, I know you know some things about this, situation, mental, physical abuses around us. We see it amongst our friends, our families, or whatever. I want you to go ahead and tell us the story that you told me.
Well, first and foremost, I want to send my condolences out to my brother Rhino from Twister's Motorcycle Club, who lost his daughter due to domestic violence. It kind of hurt me, to see and even know that people in general are being killed by someone who claims they love them. Because like Lauren Hill said it best, love ain't supposed to hurt.
Nope.
Like love don't hurt. So I want to give some of my condolences, my love, my hugs. I'll see you Saturday, next Saturday the 10th. To you and your family, bro, because that's a hurt piece.
Sad.
That's a hurt piece. And to that coward that took my brother's daughter away from him, her mother, her kids, God got something for you. Trust and believe it. Karma is coming. I mean, I don't care what you do, what you say. You can't run from it. It's gonna come to you. It's gonna come to your kids. It's gonna come back. It come back in full circle.
Right.
So,
and it's just sad that you gotta have a rest in peace moment for a situation that has to deal with domestic violence. What are women or men? What are we doing in these relationships that we're not afraid to speak out and say, I'm being abused, I'm being mentally or physically or
I need help,
whatever, spiritually abused. People will use God and make you, listen, it's just so many ways that people can abuse you.
Yes.
Or are you in the know of when you're being abused and when you're going to recognize that?
I think that's the problem, Queen. I think that some people don't even recognize that they're being abused. Our parents ain't teaching
what abuse is
and what you shouldn't accept from a man, what a man should accept from a woman, because it go both ways. Because I know some abusive women, you know what I mean? So it goes both ways. And abuse comes in many forms, like my sis said. Like verbal is just as bad for me as physical, personally. It's spiritual
too. Spiritual leaders out here telling you you're going to hell if you don't do some shit with them or whatever. What the saddest part about abuse is, The fact that you think that the person you're abusing is that fucking weak, and you know for a fact that they're not going to fight back.
It's sad.
That's sad, because when a person finally fights back, you're afraid of that. Because when I finally stood my ground and was like, listen, today's the motherfucking day. Today's going to be your day. If this is the day you want to have with me, we're going to make it happen. And I left so smoothly this day. Like it was, and I'll give y'all a little brief. What happened was I already fought in the relationship. I came back because where I was at, I was stable. I was in Jersey. The school district was amazing. My daughter was in one of the best schools I could ever have imagined putting her in. So when I went back, I was going back because I had reasons for going back. But when I went back, the reasons didn't consider myself. So I wound up getting in a situation where I had sat with them. I said, hey, do we have any issues, any problems? I did his astrology chart in front of him and showed him things that he was doing that the fucking chart said that he does.
Right.
So nothing I said to him was false information. The shit was reading him. Asked him to put
in plain sight.
It was just right there. It fucked with him. The fact that I was doing it was like, motherfucker look at you crazy. Like, what, you a witch or some shit? No, I'm just insightful and I'm a researcher. So I give him all this information. I say, is anything you want to talk about? You want to put on the table? He says no. I go in the bathroom, I get in the tub, I put some beautiful oils in the tub and I make it smell beautiful. I mean, the fucking whole duplex is fucking beautiful. Like it smells like Egypt in this motherfucker.
You made peace.
Yes, I made peace because I knew I was leaving that day because he lied to my face. As the chart showed him, he lied to me and he knew that there were issues that he needed to resolve in order for us to move forward. So by the time I was in a tub or whatever, he must have thought I was getting in the tub to come out the tub to be with him sexually. No, I put my fucking towel, hoodie on. I went in the kitchen, started cooking. I knew my daughter was coming from school and all hell broke loose. Me not going in that room and giving myself to him because I'm not laying with no fucking demonic spirits. And I'm going to tell you this from the rip.
Because it takes over your soul.
You're not doing that with me, baby. I'm sorry. I'm too into myself for a motherfucker to think he going to just lay up with me and drop his shit off. So, you know me. So he comes out, I'm cooking burgers. He's mad at the way I'm cooking the burgers. He tries to throw a raw patty in the meat that I'm cooking. I flips his shit out. Now he's following me through the apartment trying to argue with me. I just call the cops. And I don't call them on him. I say, listen, I'm in a domestic situation and I want to leave. I didn't say, come get this man. He's doing all this. I didn't say none of that. I said, I'm in a domestic situation and I want to leave. I packed all my shit up. By the time my daughter got off the school bus, I said, go up the street and play with your friends. I called me an Uber and got me a $50 Uber from Jersey to Philly.
Wow.
Because I was not going to go or endure any more motherfucking abuse. Right. Because at first I fought and I came back because I felt victorious over the fight. I felt like I did what I was supposed to do in the fight. I was like, oh, I'm a victim. Right. But when I left, I was supposed to have left. But when I left, I went to people who didn't really give a fuck about me at the moment. And and that's the downfall. Yeah, people who didn't care. Because last week we talked about people who despise you and use your past against you instead of seeing who you are and who you're growing into. I was a new mother. I'm, just growing into this adulthood. And whenever you expected me to be that adult, it didn't happen. So by the time that I became who I was supposed to be when God intended me to be who I am today, then it's a problem because now you see the growth. So now I need your help. And you don't want to really help me. You want to talk shit. Okay, cool. So, and it was mad people, not just family and friends. It was mad motherfuckers acting weird as shit. So the only person that took me in was Umi, my babysitter. And my homegirl took me in. And I'm not going to say took me in. I'm going to say let me come through and stay. And then I wound up leaving that situation and going with another friend. And then it was just like, you know what? I'm the fuck done with this going with people. Right. This situation happened, but I gotta get this shit together because not only did I leave that school district, which was like my most important thing it was for my daughter, but I left a piece of me there because I never ever once said that you had no victory over me. I felt like he knew he had the victory over me because I would fight back. So when I left this time, I felt like I took a little bit of dignity home with me this time. And when I left the last time, I didn't go to where I went to the first time I left. I went in homegirl house, Umi house. That's how it went. And by the time I got to Umi house, I was already on another fucking stratosphere with my thinking. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this,
Right.
you know.
You got to.
I'm not going backwards.
Right.
But that abuse that I never ever experienced ever in a relationship. Ever. I've never been in abusive relationships. Even back in the day, I never, even I played for boys and shit. I never had an abusive relationship where a nigga beat me up or felt like he needed to put his hands on me.
Right. Thank you, Lord.
Yes. But this particular man had his own issues that he was not willing to deal with and took them out on a person who was so happy-go-lucky. And he felt like, oh, you bet you think you got it all because I'm footing the bill, but I didn't ask you to. You offered me this in exchange for my companionship. Right. And all I did was gave you that, but you didn't even trust that because you were afraid of you were insecure with who I was as a person.
Right.
So, I didn't want to make that story so long, but to go back into her, biker club family, that's your child. And to have somebody putting their hands on your child and your child not being able to say daddy or mommy
is a hurt piece.
Yeah, and that's sad because I know for a fact the dad would have protected you,
And listen, he got an army. He an army by himself. That's my man. So I know for a fact that, like, and that's my thing. That's my next question. What is the signs to know that someone you love is being abused? So that way, maybe you can jump in and help them without them saying something. Are there reaches? Are there cries?
Well, I know one is when a woman is being abused by a man, he's always silencing her. He's always stopping her from speaking her mind. That's like a first initial fucking sign. Like if a woman speaks, I've seen it before. I'm out the plateau and I won't speak no names. A couple was out there. The girl went to go speak and say her piece. The dude got mad about what she was saying. Like he got offended. Like he did like, a bitch move with her talking. I'm like, damn, that's your woman. If anything, you're supposed to be like, that's right, babe. Right. Say what the fuck you guys say, whether it's right or wrong, because that's what relationships is about. Going back to that ship. Like I would have jumped off that ship if you'd have did that shit to me. You're not going to silence me, especially when I have a voice.
Exactly.
And that's where abuse comes in at too. When a woman's voice is too loud and a man, only way he can summons her is by putting his hands on her. And that's fucked up because you can't even be who you're supposed to be because a person wants to stop you from that and they're going to put their hands on you or not even put their hands on you, manipulate you and cut you down with words. Some people don't even have to hit you. They can fuck you up with words.
Right.
The tongue is the most powerful sword in the world.
Yes.
You can cut a motherfucker down.
If you're not building your partner up, then what's the point?
Yes. So me personally, I'm always thinking about those situations, and when I left that relationship and he tried to come back to me, oh my God, he said everything in the book to get me back. He tried to make me look like I wasn't shit, but then beg, like,
right,
begging for me to be with him. Like it was the weirdest shit ever. My girlfriend calling me like, yeah, he called my phone saying this crazy shit about you. Then I call him like, so what you say to my girlfriend? And he like, I want you back. I need you. And shut the fuck up. Because you were trying to make me look bad because I don't want to be with you. But if I want to be with you, I'm the shit.
Right.
Like, so it's weird. So you got to watch out for people who try to manipulate your situations and make you feel like, and women do it too. Don't men be aware of that woman who's always manipulating your emotions and your feelings and trying to make you feel some type of way.
Right.
It's women out here who do it too. And it's unfair because they're manipulating and mentally abusing men these men are go-getters, want to take care of their family. And these women out here using and abusing those kind of men.
That makes
men out here who work hard.
Once they get that next woman who appreciate them, they got to go through the trauma.
It's too much.
Listen.
Okay.
I just got to say, for all y'all out there who's listening, pass the word. Tell somebody to talk to you if they need to. Speak up.
Speak up. And here's the thing. If you don't trust, I was about to say, if you don't trust somebody,
they're going to do it again.
Oh, no, definitely. If they hit you one fucking time, it's going to be a 2, 3, 4 piece coming.
Yes.
So
get out of it.
You got to find someone to confide in that you can have a safe zone or house or whatever with that person. Like she would be a safe zone. I would be like, girl, I got to bring my daughter to you. This nigga's in here putting his hands on me. I got to leave, but I don't want her. Like my girlfriends know protocol. You see what I'm saying? So it would be, I wouldn't like, it was just, it can't go down on this side. I just,
Right.
I feel bad for the women that have to go through these kind of things. A nigga would have to threaten you, and I'm willing to die about mine. So I don't know. It's just, and we talk with,
Speak up,
we talk
men
but-
and women.
because
Speak up.
and here's the thing, when especially women, when you're looking for that man with all that money, majority of the time that man with all that money is whipping bitches ass.
Yes, because he feel like he got the control, he got the power.
If he ain't
got the
whipping your
money you
ass, he got
wanted.
you doing some shit that you mentally fucking you. Got you doing shit you don't want to do. I always said that everything I've done, I picked and chose to do what the fuck I did. I don't hold regrets or whatever. So that I don't have those kind of feelings where I'm holding on to burdens like that. No, it's like, it is what it is. You can identify me how the fuck you want to,
Right.
but you won't identify me as a dumb bitch.
Right.
You be like, damn, she did do that, but she still the fuck. Damn, she's still moving. Because it's just two ways you can go in life. You can be a fool, or you can be 5,000 steps ahead of motherfuckers.
Right. And
I choose
trying to be up. I'm trying to be up there on that motherfucking high stool.
Like, excuse me, queen, what you doing?
Yes.
Nothing, looking down at these dumbasses.
Yes.
Because sometimes you gotta step outside to see what's going on inside. Therefore, if it's abuse going on in your house and you don't know if it's going to turn physical yet, just look at the fucking signs. What is he doing? Is he walking around and butt naked in socks? This nigga walking around butt naked in socks, so cook you some fucking bacon and eggs
on walls? Is he putting the boogies?
Is he putting girl
boogies on the wall?
I would be fucking furious,
girl.
It's little things that take me to fuck off. So I'm peeping you I'm a watcher. I watch everything. No matter what people think that I'm not watching, I be knowing so much shit that I be waiting for it to come to me. That I be like,
yes.
Yeah, be like,
I'm waiting for that door to open.
You open the door, like, oh yeah, I remember that, dude.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. I I'm scared for my life. I'm scared for my life now.
Listen,
because you said you was gonna throw me through the window, all this crazy shit. And I'm like, oh shit, the bitch trying to kill me. I don't know. I think I'm about to die today. I don't know. So I don't want to go through that. So I'm gonna get away from a bitch.
Listen, I cut chicks off for less. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Nobody wants to go through that.
Bitch said she was gonna slap my sister at my baby shower. My girlfriends was like, they overheard it. They was like, yo, who this? I'm about to slap her. They said she gonna slap Nikki. I'm like, oh man, come on, man.
Come on, Cleavers.
Come on, not at my baby shower. I'm like, chill. And even though my sister might have been wrong, I don't know, but you.
About one girl. They about to kick your ass about one.
As you at my and that's and to piggyback off, that's the bullshit with females. Like you shouldn't even be in that. No disrespect whatsoever. When we girls, I should be able to trust you. I should be if I say yo, because sometimes we get off the meat rack and we get off the path a little bit.
We do.
But if I say yo sis, yo friend, chill, you supposed to be like, all right, not keep it going.
And if you get off the path and a motherfucker's like, yo, you tripping. Why you there? Why the fuck? Especially if you grown. Like I get fucked up with the grown bitches. Let's get to the grown. Yes. I get fucked up with grown ass women that's always mad. Why the fuck are you so goddamn angry? What the fuck?
Please tell us.
You walking around, everybody know you mad because you walking around mad.
With your face all
stained. Oh, tooted the fuck up. I got resting bitch face. I drive like months on this picture. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, Lil Nas, I see you, what you going, but you got to realize that there are children really.
Yeah.
oh, we swinging dicks. It's we swinging dicks in this video. It was definitely dicks everywhere. And I was just like, oh my God. You want to say? I don't want no fucking smoke. I'm good, baby. I don't want none of that.
Right.
Fuck you. Keep them throw
Right.
babies over there. I'm good.
And I bang with Cardi B, but
I love her.
Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen, baby. Here come the queen.